A horoscope is a very special chart. It is like a snapshot of the heavens. This snapshot is taken at the exact moment of a person's birth. It shows where the sun, moon, and planets were. These celestial bodies were in specific zodiac signs. Astrologers believe this chart holds many secrets. It can tell us about someone's personality. It might also show potential life events and opportunities. It is a guide, a celestial blueprint for understanding oneself. The idea of horoscopes is very old. It began thousands of years ago in Mesopotamia. The Babylonians were keen sky watchers. They carefully observed the movements of the stars. They also tracked the planets across the night sky. They noticed patterns in these celestial events. The Babylonians were the first to develop the Zodiac. This is the belt of constellations we know today. Their early work laid the foundation for all astrology. Babylonian astrology was initially for big things. It was used for the king and the kingdom. Priests would look for omens in the sky. These omens could predict harvests or wars. They believed the gods spoke through the stars. Individual personal horoscopes came much later. This early form was called mundane astrology. It focused on worldly events, not personal lives. Their detailed records were incredibly important for future astrologers. Gradually, the focus started to shift. People became interested in their own destinies. They wanted to know what the stars held for them personally. This led to the birth of natal astrology. This is the astrology of birth charts. The complex calculations for an individual were developing. This ancient wisdom began to travel. It moved from Mesopotamia to other cultures. Each culture added its own understanding to this growing knowledge of the stars and their influence. Astrology continued to be important in medieval Europe. Sometimes it faced opposition from the church, however, it never completely disappeared. It was often used in medicine. Doctors used astrology to diagnose illnesses. They also used it to decide the best time for treatments. Farmers used it to plan planting and harvesting. Arabic scholars played a vital role during this time. They preserved and translated many classical astrological texts, keeping the knowledge alive for future generations to study. The Renaissance was a time of great change. There was a renewed interest in classical learning. This included a revival of astrology. It became a respected subject in many universities. Scholars studied ancient astrological texts with fresh eyes. Figures like Marsilio Ficino embraced astrology. They saw it as a noble and profound art. Astrology was considered part of the general knowledge. Many influential people believed in its power and consulted astrologers regularly for guidance. Some very famous scientists were also astrologers. Johannes Kepler is a good example. He was a brilliant astronomer who studied planetary motion. Kepler also cast horoscopes for a living. He tried to reform astrology. He wanted to base it more on observation. In those days, astronomy and astrology were closely linked. They were not seen as separate disciplines. Many early scientists saw no conflict between them. They explored both the heavens and their supposed influence. However, things began to change with the scientific revolution. New scientific discoveries challenged old ideas. A more mechanical view of the universe emerged. Astrology slowly lost its place in universities. It began to be seen as less scientific. Despite this, popular belief in astrology did not vanish. Many people continued to find meaning in it. It remained a part of folk culture. Its appeal endured outside of academic circles. Astrology saw a big revival in the early 20th century. Newspapers and magazines started publishing horoscopes. These were often simplified sun sign columns. This made astrology accessible to everyone. A key figure was Alan Leo. He helped to popularize modern psychological astrology. He focused on character analysis through sun signs. This new form of astrology spread quickly. It became a common feature in daily life for many people around the world. Today, horoscopes are everywhere. You can find them in newspapers, magazines, and online. They're a big part of popular culture. Many people read their horoscopes for fun. Some use astrology as a tool for self-reflection. It can help them understand their strengths and weaknesses. Others find comfort and guidance in astrological readings. For some, it is a way to connect with spiritual ideas. Its presence in modern society is undeniable. However, astrology faces much criticism. Many scientists say there is no evidence for it. They argue that astrological claims are not testable. Controlled studies have not supported its predictions. Skeptics point to confirmation bias. This is when people only notice things that confirm their beliefs. They also mention the vagueness of many horoscope predictions. The scientific community generally views astrology as a pseudoscience. These criticisms are important to consider. So, what should we think about horoscopes? It is a complex question. Science does not support astrology's claims, yet horoscopes offer emotional comfort to many individuals. They can provide a sense of order or meaning. Astrology has a long and rich cultural history. It can be a source of introspection for some. Its enduring popularity suggests it meets a human need. Perhaps it is a way to explore ourselves. It connects us to ancient traditions and the mystery of the cosmos.